Ooh, good. You look really cool.
Okay. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe into your heart. Be right there where you are. Don't be out there in space. Be right there where you are. The power is with you and within yourself. My topic, it's easy to manifest a joyous, blissful, happy, prosperous, magnificent, eternal life. It's a long title, but it's easy. Okay, and you say, wait a minute. Okay, now I'm going to give you an example. All right, I have these workshops and retreats coming up, counseling, all this. And my topic is be you to the full and prosper. Okay, then I list over here topics and benefits. Now, there's a lot of them, but you're going to say, well, how could that be easy because there's so many things and they're so complicated? Okay, well, there's meditation. We'll do that. Receiving inner guidance. Clearing of depowering core beliefs. Limiting concepts and what has been stopping your manifestation, manifesting your heart's desires, freeing yourself from guilt, fear, abusive self-talk, and money problems. Receive the spiritual magic system to solve problems and attain what you want. Activate your extrasensory abilities. Actualize your divine qualities, powers, and abilities. Give up self-doubt and be supremely confident. Stop being hurt, abused, and defeated by the words and actions of others. Earthing and vitality, having prosperity and good fortune, take control of your mind and your eternal life, how to be happy, blissful, and prosperous now. You say, but you have all those things. How can they do that in one retreat? How can you get that? Why? Because all problems have the same cause. So they have the same solution. And it's not the solution that your mind will give you, because your mind creates more problems, so that the virus, it's a virus, and it's a contagious virus that has taken over humanity and made them basically stupid. And what happens is people have forgotten who they are, little by little by little, by giving their power to someone or something else, and been programmed, beaten, abused, tortured, killed, programmed, shunned, you name it. And then you've got some courageous divine beings who want people to know the truth of who they are, the absolute truth. And the absolute truth does exist, and you'll get people in New Thought, New Age, New this, New that, New blah, 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 blah. All these are belief systems. I used to be involved in it. That has some good stuff, but it's got a little bit of truth, but a lot of lies. And then it then conforms you and puts you into a group where you have a lot of fancy, witty sayings, fast comebacks, collective consciousness, and never do your own research at all, but just believe what you've been told so that you fit in and you belong finally to a group. No, you do not want group mentality. And what happens is, why all of this can be done is because when we go to the root cause of all problems, every single one of them, you also find the root solution, which is from yourself. And you then have the ability to discern in every single moment truth from false, false from truth. You know whether that is, and in fact, what happens is everything becomes so complicated out in the world. There's a medicine for this, a medicine for that, a medicine for this. This is actually the medicine that works to eliminate the mind virus, which is destroying people, has destroyed people's consciousness, putting them through suffering, war. What is the purpose of armies and of enforcement? Is to brutalize another human being. And then you have human beings brutalizing each other because they're paid for it, because it belongs to a certain national corporation. I mean, take a look at follow the money. And what happens is when we make money God, when you make your mind equal to God, the source, and I don't mean the supreme being sitting on a cloud or riding in a spaceship who then has all these minions and slaves doing what they want and licking their toes and their feet. Oh, this is stupid. And and what happens is when people have lost common sense, they don't even know how to take care of themselves. They have no idea that if they were out in the so-called wilderness, how to not survive, but thrive, because it's who you are. And, there are some of those amazing people out there that are doing great work, but they're not popular, because to be popular, you gotta be popular. It's like, that people are living in a musical, or they're living in a Harry Potter a dream world that's actually a committee of people writing and making to control children. When you realize and have real eyes as to who you are and what you are, and it doesn't take long when you understand and understand the basic system of the world, and then who you operate, not as a system, not as a predictable electronic cellular robot, but as a already free person who is unlimited, who's limiting themselves to get a job, who's limiting themselves to fit a specific thing. It was really, really interesting, and it's fascinating to see how, what may I say, how there's such a control to make everybody fit into a certain specific thing and not know the obvious truth about anything, because they are controlled by media. They're controlled by their neighbor. They're controlled by all of this to fit into a specific group is against another group, so everybody can be fighting and in conflict, and who's better than others, and people with arrogance and pride for who they are and what they are, and that some people are less than others, when to step out from the crowd is to own yourself. So it's not difficult. All of these absolutely are the same. And when you know and who you are, your relationships are beautiful. Your health is good. Your consciousness, you're not tormented by the mind. You know how to control your own mind. Most people have no idea. They think they are the mind because their thinking, they think is who they are, when it's just a stream of words with meanings and definitions that people are conforming to. And to conform means a that you form a particular, what would you say, lifestyle, because you fit in, and we want you to make sure you fit in, because if you don't fit in, you're off the boat. And you don't need to fit in. You are an individual, and you are not the same. You're not an ant or a bee or an insect. You are a divine being with all divine powers, qualities, and abilities. Own them. Be who you are. Have the courage, truly, to cast off all those lies, and to own and enjoy the liberating, ecstatic bliss of your own soma, the own pleasure of your own soul. You have it all, baby, but you got to take it back and own it. Woohoo!